Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Costanza, a podcast about something. I am your host, Joe Costanza, and this is episode 66 today. So it's just me and Stefan right now. Jay Gooden and Tasha are probably going to join later. Jay Gooden definitely, but I don't have a big episode for y'all tonight. And to be honest, I didn't know what the fuck to talk about. So this is kind of all just sort of not really last minute, but it's not going to be as eventful as some of the other pods were. So sorry if there's not too much content, but I hope to provide as much as I can in the possible less than hour that we have. So for those who are listening in, be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. I'm trying to aim to reach 420 subs by the end of February, which is the shortest month of the year, so don't have as much time as I do the other months. But anyways, thank you guys for joining in tonight. So I'm gonna let Stefan have the floor for a little bit because I did promise him that he can review some movies that he has seen and he wanted to discuss on the pod. So which one would you like to start off with first?
I'm gonna start off first with "I Can't Live Without You," and that's
okay. I got all these up, so just let me know when you want me to switch them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by ranking pretty much of how I'm going to rank these movies. So, yeah, like that's gonna be the first one, and I'll let you know the other ones, like the ranking and stuff, the order.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much taking the floor for this. So "I Can't Live Without You" has to do with a man that is really struggling with his life because he has a cell phone addiction, and he's really addicted to like his cell phone and getting the newest model. He wants to get the newest like iPhone 17. Like he's very obsessed with getting the new model every single year. And it gets to the point where he has so much of a cell phone addiction where his wife is wanting to divorce him because all he does is just pay attention to his phone. He doesn't really pay attention to his wife or his kids. He just pays attention to his cell phone and all his Zoom meetings that goes on for him for work and stuff. Like all he does is just pay attention to his cell phone and what the new phone is coming out is. So he then goes to cell phone therapy. I'm surprised that's even an actual thing in the movie, but literally he goes to cell phone therapy to help him get rid of his addiction with his cell phone. And then he makes like a whole bunch of friends and they all get through their cell phone addictions together and they really try to learn how to navigate the world without their cell phones. And overall, he does get better and better. And then at the end of the movie, he goes out on a date with his wife and his phone dies. So yeah, that's how the movie ends. That's literally how the movie ends.
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah. So it pretty much has to do all with like a cell phone addiction, like a man having a cell phone addiction and trying to conquer it. And it really shows you like how much like cell phones and technology can really take a huge control of your life if you don't take care of it. And you really got to make sure you balance like your life and make sure that like you're using technology in a proper way, but while also paying attention to your friends and family members and stuff and having a normal social life, work life, and using technology to the best of your ability. Like, don't make technology corrupt your entire life. It's important, but don't make technology corrupt your entire life.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
So the next one that I'm really excited to review is Nothing to Hide. This had to be my second favorite movie out of the bunch of the movies that I'm reviewing today. This one has to do with a group of friends. They all sit down together, like at a table, because the friends invited them over, and it's a bunch of friends sitting at a table, and all the friends make a bet where they all put their phones in the middle of the table, and if there's a text message or a call, they have to answer the text message or the call. It doesn't matter who it is. It can be a random stranger, a friend, a family member, anybody. They have to answer that phone call to make sure that they're not hiding anything. And obviously, as you would expect, chaos ensues because a lot of secrets end up coming out. People cheating on each other, a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. And overall, how it ends is like, it ends cordially because they all really understand they all made mistakes with each other. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of like the movie and stuff. It overall like teaches you that that's really what it is. It's like nothing to hide. Like it really shows you, when you make a bet like that, and when you play a game like that, and when you screw around like that, eventually, stuff is going to end up coming out. So, yeah, they did a lot of bad things, and it eventually ended up coming out with that whole movie, Nothing to Hide. So, yeah, it kind of shows you, whatever comes out from the dark always comes to light eventually. So, when you make stupid decisions and you play a bet like that, and when you make stupid decisions in real life, that's eventually what ends up happening. That's how they all end up getting in trouble and stuff. So, yeah. Fun fact about both these movies, I think they were both translated. I don't think they were originally English movies. I think they were dubbed from, I think, one country to English or something, because it started out as another country, like another language, and then it dubbed into English. So yeah, that's cool.
That does sound cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about these?
No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it and stuff. Like, these two really have to do a lot with, like, cell phone addictions and stuff, and I find that to be really cool, because in today's day and age, everybody uses a cell phone and everybody uses technology. So this just really shows what can happen when you really have, like, a cell phone addiction, and you really get involved in, like, stupid stuff in real life. It ends up ruining marriages, relationships, all that other stuff. So yeah. Don't make stupid decisions in real life.
Alright. Alright, you want to move on to the other two?
Yeah. So the other two I'm not really as familiar with as with the first two that I reviewed, because honestly, to tell you the truth, I kind of forgot about a little bit. The third one I'm going to do is influencer, and it has to do with, like, this influencer goes on, like, a vacation, right? Mm-hmm. And she ends up, like, meeting up with this girl, and this girl brings her to an island. It's not the island that you're thinking of, but it's definitely an island, a very sus island. Note to self, never ever go to an island ever. That's, like, the moral of what's going on in, like, the current media and what's going on with movies and stuff. Bad stuff always seems to happen on stranded islands. So anyway, this girl goes on a vacation, she meets up with another girl, they go to an island, and she pretty much the woman that she meets, she pretty much strands the influencer there, and she pretty much takes the influencer's entire life, her entire account, and pretty much takes advantage of this person's social media and makes it her own influencer, like herself has her influencer using this person's likeness and this person's influencer style and stuff. She pretty much manipulates her audience and manipulates, like, her family members and friends, and really takes advantage of using social media to her advantage. And then the boyfriend finds out where his girlfriend goes on vacation, and he meets up with the woman that kidnapped her to the island, and then overall she gets confronted and stuff, but overall nothing really happens. She just gets in a lot of bad situations, and then she goes back to the island. This is the twist part of it. Am I allowed to spoilers?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think anybody's seen these.
Okay, so he goes back to the island, and it turns out the woman isn't even dead. The influencer isn't even dead. She's alive, and she ends up whacking the woman back in the back of the head, and she ends up escaping the island and leaving her there. So yeah, that's pretty much how the movie ends.
Wow. Okay.
It wasn't as interesting to me as the other two movies, but it was okay. It was okay.
Are these all on Netflix?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They're literally all on Netflix.
These all sound like Netflix shows or movies.
Yeah, they're literally all Netflix movies, because I literally went on Netflix and just binge watched a bunch of movies, and I'm like, hey, I can review this for the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, these sound fun.
Yeah. I mean, they all have to do with technology and stuff, so at least they're somewhat interesting. At least they're something, like a lot of us can relate to.
Yeah, I mean, phone addiction is definitely something that a lot of people, including myself, kind of have a huge problem with. So yeah, like, it's nice that that these films are giving awareness, but the thing is, how much? Don't know, but yeah.
Right. The problem with these influencer movies is, with technology movies, they either get it really right, or they really get it, and they either get it really wrong. So it really depends on, like, how the movie is and what they really get right and wrong, because they can be spot on with a social media movie, or it can be horrendous.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, and the final one is After We Fell, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this one I probably had the least amount of interest with. It had to do with a girl that was like, she was new to college. She was like very new to college, and she pretty much meets up with this guy. Like, I guess like her friend's dorm room, I guess, partner or something. Like, she was meeting up with this guy, like from college and stuff. I guess like from dorm rooms or something. And they overall end up like hitting it off. They end up falling in love with each other. But she has like a boyfriend from back like in high school and stuff, because she just got into college. So she probably had a boyfriend that was maybe a year or two behind her in maybe like high school and stuff. I don't know how I feel about those types of relationships, because I find them to be very weird. Like, I feel like once you move on from high school, like, I feel like high school relationships should just end, because once you get to college, it's a whole different ball game. You meet all new different people, and you're eventually gonna want to fall in love with people that are in like college and stuff, like your age, and like in the same environment as you and stuff. So obviously, like this college guy, starts getting sexual with her and stuff, and they really start building a relationship with each other. But it ends up being really dysfunctional, and they always end up fighting each other, going back and forth and saying like, I love you, now I don't love you, I love you, now I want to fight you and stuff. And the mother gets involved and says, I really don't want you dating this person. And that's pretty much overall like how it really ends, from the two of them really like fighting each other and falling back in love with each other, and fighting each other and falling back in love with each other. It's like a weird Discord kitten type of relationship. It's like you fall in love with your Discord kitten, and that's overall how that pretty much ends and stuff. It just ends up with a whole bunch of crazy drama and stuff. Fighting and then falling back in love, fighting and then falling back in love. It just seems like a very toxic, dysfunctional relationship. It's like pretty much any Reddit or Discord relationship, in a way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like they're focused more on each other. Like, they're focused more on each other and how dysfunctional they're being, rather than focusing on, like college or whatever, focusing on family or college or whatever. They're kind of letting this whole relationship mess up their entire life. And overall, there's like a whole bunch of like different movies. There's like 4 or 5 movies with this series. So I got to end up like finishing it where I left off. Yeah, so they made a whole movie series and stuff. It's all on Netflix as well. So if people want to keep up with this movie series or any of the movies that I mentioned, it's all on Netflix. So yeah. But overall, pretty good movies. I mean, I can say I was able to relate to a lot of them, because a lot of the movies have to do with social media and being like an influencer and stuff. And, being on YouTube a lot and all these other social medias, you can really relate to, going to college and being on social media and getting involved in relationships and stuff. And you can really relate to all that stuff, being in college, being on social media, because we're really the generation that uses social media and all the other stuff, especially in the college age, and, what we really grew up with. So yeah, overall, very good movies, very relatable, and yeah, good movies overall.
Well, yeah. These all sound fun.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess if you got nothing else to say, I'll move on to one of the 2 topics for today. This is something that I didn't really expect to come back, but
The Muppets.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I love the Muppets.
The Muppet. It's out. It came out Wednesday.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm excited to see the Muppets. I really want to watch the show whenever I get the chance.
Well, it does say spoilers right there, but I'm not gonna really say anything too spoilery. And plus, it's kind of the Muppet Show. Like, it's all just skits at the end of the day and stuff. But I'm just gonna tell you like I'm gonna tell you like a little synopsis of the film, It's kind of, I don't know if it's like a pilot or if it's like a small I guess it just depends on like how well the show does, or this episode at least, because this is basically a revival of the old Muppet Show from the 70s and 80s, which is what my mom and dad grew up on. And I watched a couple episodes. I was more into Sesame Street as a kid, but I remember
I was more into Sesame Street and Fraggle Rock, pretty much.
Yeah, and I remember seeing some of these episodes. Like I saw the Luke Skywalker one. I believe there was one more that I saw, but I remember seeing the Luke Skywalker one. That was pretty fun. They have a lot of cool like guests on here. Like, let me actually search up some of the guests on here, because I know Mark Hamill was one of them.
They got Seth Rogen and Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the old one, not the new one. Let me see, because I know they have the old show on Disney Plus. Elton John, they had Elton John on there. Anybody else I recognize? Yeah, there's a lot of people. Holy shit. There's a lot of 80 stars. I think Stallone was on there, maybe? Well, actually, no, that was a Rocky thing. I don't think it was an official episode. Steve Martin. Oh, shit. I didn't know Steve Martin was on here. That's cool. Yeah, there's Elton John. There's Julie Andrews, Mary Poppins, Bob Hope, John Cleese. Yeah, so there's a lot of famous actors on the show, and I guess that's what they're best known for, is just getting like famous people on the show. And it's a very cute show. And let me talk a little bit about this revival. I was gonna say reboot, but it's basically a revival. It was cute. It was really fucking cute. And as someone who has seen like one episode of the Muppets, I feel like people are gonna really love this revival. Like all the actors did their thing, like the voice actors. Like obviously the new Kermit doesn't sound like the original Kermit. It kind of, I don't know if it's really there, in my opinion. Like I mean, he does a good job. It's just not. He's no Jim Henson, you know. Like I think the new Kermit definitely sounds off. And Miss Piggy was good. I liked Miss Piggy. I was about to say Foggy. Fozzie was good. Everybody. What the fuck's his name? Gonzo. He was good.
Gonzo.
Yeah.
Scooter. And Gonzo have my favorite from the Muppet Show.
Yeah, they all have their quips and funny moments and stuff. The two old dudes, which were always my favorite, they had some funny jokes in there too. It just seems like they never really left, even after all these years, which is pretty damn good. And honestly, as much shit as I give Disney, rightfully so, I gotta say, Disney, you know what? I'll give you this. This was pretty fucking cool. And if you guys do more, get more actors on here. Like Sabrina, like I'm not a fan of her music. I'm just gonna say that right now. I don't know a single pop star that I like, but I think Sabrina Carpenter did her thing. I don't know if she has a good acting career, not as compared to like some other actors that were singers. I think I think Dua Lipa was one, but she was only in one movie. And I guess Taylor Swift in the Lorax, but even then she was not that good. But yeah, Sabrina did her thing. She was good. She had like 2 songs, both were fine. And again, like as someone who's 22 and has kind of grown past the like fucking I guess like the Muppets is kind of a kid's show. Who am I kidding? But it was a good revival of the show, and I will say if there
it was more for adults.
Yeah, that's true. If there is more involving the Muppets, like if they actually do revive the entire show and make like a whole season out of it, I'd watch it. Like I think.
No, go ahead.
And there could be a couple other actors on here too. Like I think there's gonna be what was it? They might have some other pop stars on here. Like they're probably gonna get Taylor Swift on here. Let's be real. Like any modern famous celebrity that's not on the files that like everybody knows and loves is probably gonna be here. Like you're probably gonna see Keanu Reeves. You're probably gonna see Tom Holland, some actors from Stranger Things might be on here. Like I guarantee you there's going to be multiple different actors and singers on here.
Yeah.
If they revive the show. Sabrina's just the beginning.
Yeah. Two things I want to say was Jim Henson started the voice of Kermit, but then Steve Whitmire took over as the voice of Kermit, and then they had they also had the Muppet Show on ABC like in 2015, but that got canceled.
They did?
And now
so they revived it before?
Yeah. They like on ABC they had the Muppets in 2015, the show, but it got canceled and now they're bringing it back. But the voice actor for Kermit now is the voice actor for Constantine in the Muppets Most Wanted. So yeah, that's why his voice sounds a little odd.
Oh, okay. Is it the same Kermit? Like, is it the same Constantine, or is it just the same actor?
Yes. No, same like actor and stuff. Like the actor that played Constantine in Muppets Most Wanted plays Kermit now, like the original Kermit.
Interesting.
Hey, good. How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, Jay Good.
What's up, everybody? Jay Goodman is here.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so Jay Good, have you seen the new Muppets revival?
I did not, but I am definitely gonna go check it out. I am so psyched for this. It's about time, honestly. This is now TV's finally gonna be revived. That the Muppets are finally back here. We didn't miss a beat. Coming to Frog or Miss Piggy. Let's go.
Yeah, let me tell you, without spoiling stuff, you're gonna be in for a treat for sure. It feels like they never left.
Oh, good. I'm so glad I actually told everybody on the chat. I am gonna go check it out for sure. I'm probably gonna check it out like after this podcast.
Yeah, it's literally just a half hour long, so like you got plenty of time. You can probably watch it during the stream. So, but yeah, like it's very great. Like everybody you know and love is back. Yeah, it was fun. Like I can't really say much else. It's just great. Great songs. Great intro, all of it. Like it's all great. So
okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So Jigun, you ready to talk about this? What'd you think of Wonder Man?
Okay, all right. So at first I was wondering where the hell the wonder was with this show, but because boy, it was a very dicey beginning. And I wasn't even like fully sure if I was like gonna be like fully invested in this for too long. I thought it was gonna be another Marvel L for sure. But honestly, it started to pick back up after like episode 4 to 5, and then that's when things were starting to like go for me for the show. It was awesome.
Really?
So overall, yeah, it was went from bad to good, and then it was actually well, it went from bad to decent. Now it's actually pretty good because the ending is definitely worth it for episode 7, episode 8. It was pretty good. Not the best of the Marvel shows, definitely not the worst. You know, you got Hawkeye's right there, and another disaster.
Dude, Hawkeye is not bad. Hawkeye is not even remotely close to bad.
I'm playing. Yeah, but it's okay. No, this one was solid. It was solid. It was a bad start, but it was solid. Like I liked the Simon character. The Mandarin's back here. Trevor like coming in for this one. Yeah, I didn't know that. Can I spoil it or just like
yeah, we're going full spoilers. And also before you do, can you check the audio for me and see if it's good?
Sure. I'll be right back. Hopefully Jared Leto doesn't fire my computer while doing the process. Yeah. I had another in and out issue, last time, but like I think we're gonna be solid this one. So just pardon me if I'm in and out with the call.
Okay.
So
not a problem.
Okay.
I could check, but I don't want an echo showing up. So.
Seems is good.
It is? Okay, cool. Just wanted to know because I've been fucking around with it, and music's good too because I don't want Gusty to be too loud.
Yeah, it's straight. It's all good. All
right, cool.
Honestly, it was it was cool. I thought that it was gonna be like really weird and wonky because like at first I was like wondering like why is Wonder Man like where's the action? Where's the Marvel action? I didn't see what was going on. He's an actor. on set pieces, various set pieces, and he just was a struggling actor who was just trying to like find his groove. But it was I did some research, went back into the Marvel comics universe. Yeah, it is actually part of his character. This he was actually Simon was actually like an actor, so I guess they're going full stroke with this part of his character. So and they use it as like the main ongoing theme for the show. So I was like, okay, all right. So now I get that part. I was expecting like more like Iron Man or like Daredevil type of action in this one, but I guess like every single hero has to go tell their humble beginnings. So I was just like, okay, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna go get this ride. I'm just gonna wait for the ride to go pick up. But it went from Jetta to C8 Corvette with a twin turbo, easily, because when it did pick up, it was pretty good. Uh, like I understand Simon's struggles. It just like I said before, him being like a struggling actor, trying to like find his way. He always seems to go mess up like whatever role or situation that he happens to be in, and he's been dealing with this situation for 10 years now, I believe in Hollywood. And then he finally got his break by meeting up with the Mandarin, which is Trevor, and then it's like giving him tips and tricks as a mentorship. It was pretty good. I like that chemistry and bonding with Simon and Trevor. It was spot on. It was awesome. It was very heartfelt, um, and it made me feel like home because it's just like everyone needs like a mentor, and when you have like a good inspiring mentor, especially one that you looked up towards, things can go well if you're just willing to dedicate yourself, be more humble, and to get yourself into the fray of things when it comes to putting down all of your fears and problems and just winging it and believing in yourself. And that was an ongoing common a theme with the show, which is why I felt so home with this. So I kind of had like a Thunderbolts vibes with this one because this is another Marvel show. I don't know why Disney keeps freaking doing this to me. They always do this to me.
This reminds you of what? Sorry.
Disney, well, at least Marvel Studios, they once again give me a Marvel show or movie where I can actually relate to, like picking up the pieces and just going with the flow of things, believing in yourself, and understand that like no matter how many problems that you have in the past, you can always turn things all around to improve your life. And all you gotta do is just like have that leap of faith and just believe. Simon was doing this over and over and over again with this show, and that's what sold me on Wonder Woman because it shows that like even like street level heroes or even big heroes or even big villains in Trevor's case, they if they have the purest of heart or if they just take more consistent strides with humanity and those virtues, you can go far and anything can happen. All the doors can like open up for you, and that's exactly what happened. Simon, he took a leap of faith. He went against not contracts, but I think went against the studio just to go land a part for Wonder Man. He thought that he was built for this role. Then you see the flashbacks with him being a kid watching original Wonder Man with his dad. That sadly passed away during events of his not his childhood, but like eventually when he reached adulthood. And then you have him dealing with the fallout with his brother, which doesn't believe that he's ever going to amount to anything. But even with all that, even with him just holding his power, quote unquote, which is triggered by his anger, he still finds his way to keep himself sane and whole, and he just rolls with punches. And he learns that from Simon, for his mentor, which is the Mandarin, that like you just have to give things a proper chance, and things just fell in pieces. So in a good way, fell into pieces in a good way. So he got his part. He did an audition. The audition didn't really go as smooth as it did before. He accidentally did he was doing like a role play or like a skit from what was that movie something girls, I forgot what it was when he was trying to do an improv with Von Kayak, if I'm saying his name correctly.
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman, yeah. So Vaughn was like pretty disappointed, and then Wonder Man eventually went back into his comfort zone to deliver like a heartfelt and emotional experience with the second improv, and he landed a role. And Vaughn was just absolutely impressed by both Simon and Trevor's acting. So he got that, and then we dive into the doorman clause situation, where we talk about this situation with doorman, which is kind of reverse because even though doorman did have like his own weird beginnings, he had like a worse start than Simon, because he literally was a doorman for like a bouncer. He was a bouncer for like a club, and then he got his powers from the rock song Corp Ooze, which is a nice callback. I like that Marvel did that. And then he got his powers, and he ended up saving everyone in the club by becoming like a walking wormhole of a super being. So people like to go say that Wonder Man and Doorman are like mutants. They're actually human mutates, according to the Marvel Comics universe.
So they're not entirely mutants. They're just like
they're humans that weren't born with. Well, I think that Simon was born with his powers, so he's kind of like somewhat of a mutant. But Doorman, he's the definition of a human mutate. Where
yeah, I was about to say we didn't get the backstory of Simon's powers, but Doorman. He got him from like I forget what, like some goo or something.
Yeah, it was some goo from a rock song cork dumpster. And then he became a human mutate. So there's a difference. So I think mutants are born powers, and kind of like with Cyclops and like Jean Grey, they're born with their powers, and then they have to learn like from early age, like a kid age, and then they learn how to utilize those powers for like either the sake of mankind or against it if you're evil mutant, you know. So Doorman, he got his powers. He saved the club, made him viral, made him famous. He ended up saving somebody who was very famous in Hollywood. He ended up getting a job for him, and then he just went wild, went to town with his powers. He became he became a superstar sensation overnight, and then that eventually ran wild in itself. And then the Doorman clause, it comes here because fast forward, Doorman had a situation where he got too drunk, and then ended up altering his mutated powers for him being like a walking wormhole. It seemed like he accidentally killed the person who gave him that chance of a lifetime to become a superstar. And ever since then, the DODC, right, the Department of Damage Control, for people who don't know, they invented the Dormant Clause just so that bans superhumans or mutants to actually have a pivotal role in Hollywood. So now fast forward to Simon, he has to keep that power concealed, and he does that throughout the whole entire series. So, which is another reason why Simon has to go hold it together, because if he reveals his powers, he's going to ruin everything, and his shot at being in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, is going to go kaput. So, fast forward until the last episode. He had to hold together. Trevor, like, he almost broke free with his powers, because one of the agents did like a backstory run with his girlfriend, his parents, and his brother. He thought his brother was going to reveal his powers and reveal how much of a fuck up he is, but his brother actually did the reverse by telling the agent all the great stuff about Simon. So Simon panicked before that happened, and that led to him almost erupting out of fear, which is why Trevor had to go keep him down. So what happened is that agent did a backstory on the Mandarin, which is Trevor, and then Trevor was like, he went irate, and then that's when Simon found out that Trevor betrayed him, because he had a wire working at DODC in order to find more information, dirt on him, to reveal dirty laundry as powerful yet dangerous superhuman. Okay, Simon ends up destroying the set of Wonder Man. And then the ODC, they knew that was Simon, but instead of Simon taking the fall, the Mandarin took the fall for Simon.
That
And
was,
then-
I will say, that is a very cool part.
Yeah, and this is when I told you that things went from bad to good with this show, because it kept the course correcting it in various ways. Every single thing that it did bad in episode 1 and 2, they did great on episode 7 and 8. So it became a good show again.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
to finish up, yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
To finish up, the Mandarin took the fall. He posted a video of him being a terrorist, on Homeland soil, and then he said that he's the one who blew up the Wonder Man set and did that as example of his powers and how he hates humans. He ends up going into the Black Cell site. He gets locked up. Simon becomes famous. He goes in the clear. Wonder Man success opens up the door for him as an actor. Now he's a AAA actor. Sensation. Everyone loves him. The studio loves him. His agent loves him. Everybody loves him. His brother finally pays homage and gives some respect. His mom can't be any more proud than him. Everything's good. Then, last episode, Simon decides to return the favor by busting Trevor or the Mandarin out of the Black Cell site, and he ends up doing that. And you see Simon that is finally fully in control of his ionic energy. So now he's a superhuman that can tame his own powers and use it for any situation with control this time. And he busts out the Mandarin, and the show ends with them flying like in the air in a Superman action of him busting out the Mandarin. And DODC is now seeing that Simon and the Mandarin is still problem A. And they have to do everything they can in order to go stop them. And that's probably what we're going to see with season 2 or something like that. And yeah. So overall, I give Wonder Man a surprising 8 out of 10. It was about to be a
Really?
4 out of 10.
It was gonna be a 4.
To be a 4 out of 10.
But did that one
It was about to be a
Mandarin scene
4.
change the entire show for you?
The Doorman episode, and Simon just getting the role of a lifetime and doing those improv skits in front of Vaughn and landing the part with Wonder Man, and then was episode 7 and 8, which I just explained. It bumped that to 4 points. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that is a pretty good rating. For me,
Yeah.
I'm a
So
little.
I'm surprised.
So for me, I'm a little less of a fan of it. I mean, I still enjoyed the show. I did think it was quite good, and if I had to rank the Marvel shows, this would be on the higher tier for sure. But like, it's no Born Again or Loki, but I'd say it's probably tied with WandaVision for me. Maybe a little lower.
I can see that for sure.
I don't know how people would react to that, but yeah, I think it's up there with WandaVision for me. To me, I think the show it took a new form compared to like how we usually see shows. Like when you think of a Marvel show, you could probably think of like Loki or Daredevil or even some of the Netflix shows like the original Daredevil or the Punisher and stuff, and they're all like action based and Loki's like a multiversal heavy show and all that stuff and have like weird concepts. This one is literally just about a guy trying to get a part in a show, and to quote Channing Tatum, about to make a name for himself. So
about to make a name for myself. I'm feeling myself.
Which also, by the way, side tangent, thoughts and prayers go out to Channing Tatum. He's currently hospitalized. I don't know any updates, but
not Channing Tatum, no.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. My best wishes go out to him. Yeah, good luck, man. But back on to Wonder Man. I think the guy, I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing his name, but he is Black Manta in Aquaman, so I'll just call him like either Simon or he did a good job as Simon in the show. I think he did a very good job. And as much as I hated that Iron Man 3 twist, I don't hate the movie, but I hated that twist.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was cool seeing Trevor Slattery again. It was cool.
Trevor, that's Slattery. That's that. I was thinking about. I was trying to remember his last name for the life of me. Yeah. But yeah, I'm piggybacking on what you're saying, Joe. Because I thought that was gonna be like a Daredevil or anything like that. At least like a Hawkeye or something like that. I thought it was gonna be something like that. Because I was thinking that I know that Marvel has a knack for like showing past situations or flashbacks of the character. I thought that it will be reverse, where we'll see clips of Wonder Man going for the ringer as an actor, as a flashback, and then we're gonna see the action-packed Wonder Man for the whole duration of the show. I thought it was gonna be like that, where it'll be more action oriented and more focused, and then we'll just see like him being an actor and whatever's going on in his life. I thought it was gonna be that as a flashback only, but we have this, and like that's what made me feel like, oh boy, here we go with this. I thought this was gonna be like, it was looking like an ABC drama turned bad with the Marvel Spotlight logo slapped on it. I thought it was gonna be like that, but no, it's not like that.
Yeah, and I will say that yeah, I enjoyed Trevor. I enjoyed, like, all the actors did their part, but I will say one of my flaws with the show is that, at least in the beginning, near the end, I was kind of like, okay, this did fit into 8 episodes pretty well, but it really should have been a 2-hour movie, and not even released in theaters. Like, Punisher gets a special presentation, but he gets a fucking 8-episode show. That doesn't make sense, because Punisher is way more well known than Wonder Man ever will be. I don't care how good the show is, but I feel like it should have been, like, because that's where kind of most of my flaws go. I'm like, you could have cut this part out, you could have cut this out and all that. I could easily see this be like a 2-hour special presentation on Disney Plus, like they did with Werewolf by Night and Guardians Holiday Special, where they can just divide all 8 episodes up into a 2-hour flick, and it would still be just as good. Which I thought we moved past that whole, like, oh, this could have been a fucking movie thing. Like, Moon Knight absolutely could have been a movie. Even though I love the show, it absolutely could have been a movie. Same with Hawkeye, same with Falcon and Winter Soldier. The only 2 that felt like an actual TV show were Daredevil Born Again and Loki. That's it.
Right. When you and Joe is absolutely 100% on the money with that, because when Marvel Television slaps, it freaking slaps. Mm-hmm. Daredevil Born Again. What gave me so much respect for both Marvel Studios and Disney is the fact that they went all out and they did not care if it was somewhat R-rated. That's the type of stuff that we expect with shows, just to go all fully out. But like I know we got our She-Hulks, we got we got all that stuff. Yeah.
Don't make me go into a Joker 2 tangent, man. This will be a 2-hour podcast.
we got our Miss Marvels, we got all that. I expect, because if it's not like Daredevil Born Again or the Netflix MCU, which I'm still gonna call that, the Jeff Loeb universe. Yeah. if it's not like that, like the Defenders, Iron Fist, or Jessica Jones, if it's not like that, it should not be a show. It should definitely be like a 2-hour special, just like Joe said, or just like a unique film. That's what Wonder Man definitely should have been. That's why it doesn't get like a 10 out of 10 from me or 9 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And but I will say one of the pros that I have with this is that, one, even though it is MCU, you don't have to watch much, if anything. Like, I think the only thing you need to watch is Iron Man 3, just for Trevor Slattery. But that's about it. Like it has like it mentions stuff. Like I think it mentioned the Hulk, and I think it mentioned Captain America, but it doesn't show the characters. It doesn't say like, oh, you gotta watch like 18 fucking movies and 2 shows to understand a fucking side character A or something. Like no, like the damage control dude was in No Way Home, but he had he had little to no fucking effect on the plot at all for No Way Home. So like, you didn't really need to know the guy, and like yes, you'd recognize, hardcore fans would recognize some of these, like the damage. I'm like, oh shit, that's the damage control dude from fucking No Way Home, but like he wasn't important enough to be remembered. And Trevor Slattery, like I for people who've been around long enough to watch the beginning of the MCU and didn't hop on when Infinity War came out, they would know like, oh shit, that's Trevor Slattery, that's the fake Mandarin. And then they kind of capitalized on that, especially near the end of the show, where it's like, oh, which to be honest, I didn't expect him to go back to the Mandarin act, which I should have seen coming, because they kind of did tease it a lot, where it's like, oh shit, are you the Mandarin? Like, is that the fucking Mandarin? Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, I did not expect him to do that. And how did he do that without like did he just do that on his own and stuff? And it was cool seeing that, where it's like, America, did you miss me? Like, I'm like, oh Jesus, he still got it.
Yeah, he was like, America, fuck you.
America, are you ready for another lesson?
Yeah. That's
I did that.
Yeah. So just keep in mind, Joe, and everyone who's listening to us right now on the podcast. By the way, please like, comment, and share and subscribe. All this. You guys are a real one if you do that. Please support the Costanza show as much as you can. Ring the bell for notifications. Okay, we make awesome content. Man, freaking support us, please, man. We do this for y'all. We love you.
Thank you.
So
yeah, we do love you guys.
This is the 17th Marvel Cinematic Universe show, I believe.
It is
17th.
The 7th fucking th?
It's the 17th. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Remember, the MCU started in 2008, in the 2000s, for Iron Man, bro.
Yeah. I mean, they have like 54 movies and stuff, which doesn't really surprise me, because they started in 2008, but they started the fucking what is it? They started the shows 5 years ago with WandaVision, and they have fucking 17 already.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
I can't even remember half the shows. Like I just remembered Echo was a show. I remember Secret Invasion, regrettably. There was one more of them. Ms. Marvel. What else?
Yeah.
What the fuck else was there? There's so many that I can't keep up. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Don't watch half of these shows. If you guys want to get in, if you want to get into Marvel shows, the ones I'd recommend, I guess you could give this a shot. Season 1 of What If specifically.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
X-Men 97, Daredevil Born Again, Loki season 1 and 2. And I guess WandaVision, if you want to watch Multiverse of Madness, and then get severely depressed afterwards because that movie's ass. But yeah, those are like the only shows that I recommend. Like the rest of them, Hawkeye too, if you like Hawkeye, and Moon Knight. But that's about it.
A lot of people are also like, there's actually like a lot of other shows that a lot of people don't talk about. That's actually pretty decent. And I kind of hate it. Well, I mean, I would say the Immortals. No one talks about the Immortals at all.
The Immortals.
Yeah. The Immortals had a show. Cloak and Dagger had a show. Cloak and Dagger had a show.
Wait, no. Oh, are you talking about the Inhumans?
No, sorry. I said the Immortals. Yeah. The Inhumans. The Inhumans had a show.
The Inhumans was trash.
Yeah, I know, but but it's just like, I think that the reason why I'm saying all that is because, I don't know, because I still feel like when you're investing yourself into Marvel, you kind of want to go invest yourself into everything, and that's kind of how to get you. But at the same time, like if you want like the full scope of MCU, and so you don't miss a beat, with like cameos and whatnot or other characters, it it's somewhat important, not fully important, so important that you do check out all the shows in a sense, even though I we don't recommend you doing that if you don't want to waste your time with like bad shows. But yeah, they had shows like the Inhumans, Cloak and Dagger, the Runaways. They're not top tier shows in any sense of the word. I
But
get that, but
also,
yeah,
to be
like,
fair, those shows are not connected to the MCU at all. Like, the only one that is, I guess, is Inhumans, but that's only because it has Black Bolt, and even so, he fucking dies like 10 minutes into his screen time, so it's like, okay, what was the point of
Yeah.
him, you know? Like when people were like excited for the Illuminati to show up, nobody was excited for like Black Bolt. Like people probably didn't even know that Black Bolt was gonna be a fucking thing. Like people were predicting Krasinski's Mr. Fantastic. They were predicting Charles. They were predicting Tom Cruise's Iron Man. Like no one was. I guarantee you, everybody was like, "Oh shit, Black Bolt still exists." Okay.
Tom Cruise's Iron Man.
Yeah, because people were thinking Tom Cruise was showing up.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I remember. Well, yeah. I'm not saying that these are like, I'm kind of saying that like some of them may be just quote unquote maybe a required watch, or just for like the cameos and just to understand like why certain characters are in big moments of the MCU. That's what I'm trying to say. But like some they're not really required watching, but just in case if you don't want to miss a beat, like they have importance only to a certain degree. So
I guess, but
that's yeah.
again,
that's
like
why I
it's
mentioned
endless
that-
amount of
that-
like because when I show Tasha the MCU, I'm only gonna show her like the important ones, like because I'm not gonna show her like the fucking Ant-Man films. Like I guess maybe the second one, but I'm not gonna show her like all of them. Like it's just anything that leads up to Infinity War and Endgame, and then anything that leads up to Doomsday and Secret Wars. That's about it.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. No, it's good to like keep it mainstream. I get I get exactly what you're saying. I get
Which I'm really
but
happy that this and Fantastic Four have like nothing to do with the MCU until the end, because that's what I love about this. Because as much as I loved Infinity War and as much as I loved Endgame, the one thing I didn't like about the Infinity Saga is that you have to watch every fucking movie to get to the end, and it was fucking annoying. So for Wonder Man, like Wonder Man,
all theories work though.
yeah, but it's a lot of shit, you know, like like you don't have to watch the Incredible Hulk to watch Infinity War, you know. Hulk gets his fucking ass literally handed to him by Thanos. Like I don't think anybody would want to see that, except me. I love that scene.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, like I just like I said before, like if you don't want to miss a heartbeat, like if you want to avoid any part of your experience where it's like, okay, like wait, oh these characters are in here, like what why are they here, like shoot, how have they been here, like to avoid that, type of thing.
Yeah, and also it makes me question, like, okay, what's Wonder Man gonna be in? Because I don't think he's gonna be in Secret Wars or anything. Is there gonna be a season 2 of the show? Is he gonna show up in something else? Like, I don't really know what, like, what's the future for Wonder Man? You know, like it just, I don't know.
It's a good question. I like because it leads off to like somewhat of a cliffhanger at the end of episode 8 where you're gonna go see them again. But I think that Wonder Man, it's weird because like the manner what was in the movies. So Trevor Slattery, he was in the movies. So maybe you can probably see him again in the movies. Who knows? I think that Wonder Man is just gonna be street level like Iron Fist and like Jessica Jones or anything like that. I think it's just gonna be street level.
I mean, yeah, true.
Like,
And Daredevil's not gonna be in Doomsday, so that makes sense.
I think they're just gonna keep it street level with that, and two things with that. I think that one is good because Marvel Television can have like their own quote unquote Avengers street level type of ordeal, and two, Wonder Man, from what I researched from the Marvel Comics universe, is that he's I think he's part of the West Coast Avengers. So which makes sense why this is also, and this is also in LA and Hollywood too, by the way. So I think that Wonder Man season 2 is going to lead up to him being part of the West Coast Avengers, and he's probably going to, because we already know the backstory with him being an actor. It's probably going to lead up to him like being 50% superhero and 50% actor, for like season 2. I think that's what's going to happen, and he's going to be part of his own unique team, kind of like with the Thunderbolts in a sense.
Yeah,
I think that's exactly
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so maybe this is just me being like kind of not really paying attention or anything, but what was the point of that Doorman episode? Because I felt like it had nothing to do with the show.
No. It's important because of the Doorman clause. It piggybacks off of the reason why Simon had to go hide his powers, and why Trevor had to go keep him in check. Because if Simon revealed his powers, because think about episode 7. If that agent found out that I was Wonder Man, Simon's career would have been dead to rights. And there's no telling what Simon would have done. If he went on a anger spree, that man's gonna be Incredible Hulk with ionic energy all over the place. Yeah,
I was gonna say Superman, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. He kind of is his own Superman. And believe it or not, during my research, the man is freaking stacked. He actually is his own Superman. Wonder Man is his own Superman.
It seems like everybody in Marvel, like any fucking powerful hero, is its own Superman. Because, like, I mean, as much as I kind of shit talk Superman, I will say credit where credit is due. Superman is definitely the OG. Like, obviously, there's been some copycats like Homelander, Omni-Man, Wonder Man in this case, fucking what's his name, Hyperion, I think. Was Captain Britain a Superman copy, or is that something else? Sentry. Sentry was a Superman copy as well. So they already have one in the MCU already with Bob. So it's like, okay, there's another one. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't say copycats, Joe. I would say just like fully inspired, because like characters like Homelander and Omni-Man, they're still doing their own. They are Superman-esque, but they're still doing their own thing.
They're like evil versions of Superman, but yeah, like copycat really isn't the right word, but yeah, inspiration probably. But there's definitely a lot of like similarities and kind of just traits that Superman has that these other characters also have.
Yeah, and going back to Wonder Man, I looked up his bio in front of Comics Database. Yeah, dude, that man has like everything that Superman has, except for the I-beam, like that, and
the
like
laser vision,
the laser vision, and the freezing breath. That's the only thing that Wonder Man doesn't have. But as Wonder Man, he's his own Superman. I think that he's also like somewhat of a male counterpart to Wonder Woman, if that makes sense. Because,
well, I mean, it makes sense. Wonder Man, Wonder Woman. Come on.
Yeah, you want to know the funny thing about it?
Deathstroke, Deadpool, like it's literal copies.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know the funny thing about that?
Yeah.
Joe. Funny thing, back in the 1970s, Stan Lee got in trouble for inventing Wonder Man with Jack Kirby, because DC had Wonder Woman. So he decided to put Wonder Man on the back burner because he didn't want to get sued by DC Comics. But even though that lawsuit probably would never flew anyway, because of two different characters anyway. But then DC turned around and made Power Girl, where Marvel had Power Man. And then Stan Lee said, well, that's just not fair. That's just not fair.
No, it's not. Companies always tend to do that. Like, oh, you're copying us, and then they do the fucking same thing.
Yeah,
it's just corporate bullshit at the end of the day.
It's really more of an industry thing. Cause think about it, everything pretty much has been done before. Like Plastic Man, we have a lot of stretchy characters. Plastic Man, we have the wife from Mrs. Incredible from the Incredibles. She has stretchy Elastigirl.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic. We have Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. If you guys are like anime manga heads, we have a lot of stretchy characters. We even have I said Plastic Man. Like we have a lot of stretchy. It's the same thing. I think that powers are just universal. So everyone is going to eventually be like a Superman or a Plastic Man as type of character.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen. Like even with the other dude from Incredible. So his name's Snowcone. Um,
Snow cone, Frozone.
for Frozone, yeah, Frozone.
Yo, that's my man
Frozone,
Snow Cone.
yeah,
Honey,
Frozone.
where's my super suit?
We have Frozone. Come on, like you're not gonna tell me that he's fully inspired by Iceman. Like,
Iceman
come on.
mixed with Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, or Mr. Freeze. Yeah, so like and I think Mr. Freeze like he predates both of those characters. So like yeah, like even in video games like the Flash and Sonic the Hedgehog. Like they're
Yeah.
they're two different
Well,
characters.
to be fair, Sonic I think is one
Yeah.
like kind of his own thing, and two, he copied the Flash. Let's be real.
Yeah, no. It's funny because no, it's not. Again, it's not copying. It's fully inspired. That's what I'm trying to
Tasha
say.
comes
Like,
in right now. What did you say?
no, but it's true. It's true, and it still holds regard because guess what? Sonic the Hedgehog and IDW with Sega, they had a DC Comics spinoff and crossover. Sonic the Hedgehog was the Flash. he was the Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he actually was.
Yeah, so it's what I'm saying. It's not really out of context. So, like I'm not trying to piss off fan bases, but like, dude, like without the Flash, we probably what I'm saying. Who knows? We probably wouldn't have a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Or any other speedsters in heroism history. We probably wouldn't have that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like everything's been done before, but everything is gonna be fully inspired. If Superman didn't exist, none of these other characters probably wouldn't exist, or at least like like being that dynamic. If it wasn't for like Superman, like think about it. Batman too. Like seriously, like and like you know another person, another series that has the greatest quote unquote sin of all, Invincible. Like yeah,
Yeah, true.
Invincible is its own pseudo Justice League. So we still love Invincible. It's still original. The boys, it's still original, but it's fully inspired. So like yeah.
But back onto the show, it's good. I enjoyed it, and also it's made by one of the best Marvel creators for sure. One of the best Marvel directors working today, Destin Daniel Cretton, who, for those who don't know, he is the director of Shang-Chi and the director of the next upcoming Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day. And it kind of shows, because this show is not only is Trevor Slattery in Shang-Chi, but he's also in this as well. And I will say he does have a creative mind for sure, because there are some moments that are genuinely really good, like the Doorman episode, the final two with like Trevor revealing, yeah, I've been undercover this whole time, buddy. And also and the finale. And also another thing I'd like to mention, why the fuck is a terrorist roaming free in the fucking in the fucking Marvel universe? Why is that? Like, because Trevor Slattery was basically a terrorist in Iron Man 3 when he was faking the Mandarin, which dumbass plot twist, by the way, but it was. I mean, they're letting. I mean, yeah, he escaped prison and stuff, and they threatened to throw him back in, but like, still, like, huh? They're allowing him to be an actor. He has like a fucking resume good enough to be an actor. Like, they're letting him in films and stuff.
Sounds like movie logic.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does.
I mean, to be fair, this is in the same universe where a felon becomes president. I mean, mayor of New York. So.
The mayor of New York.
I love New York.
Me.
They both
I love
they both have deep voices too.
Yeah. So I mean, what would you score Wonder Man from a scale of 1 to 10? I guess is our score rating 5, average, and 10 the best top tier, or is it like?
I'd give it a
7?
7. I would give it a 7.
Is 7 average for us, or is
7 is good. 6 is
7
average.
is good. 6 is average.
Yeah,
Okay.
six is no, 5 is mid. So for me, here's how I rank stuff. So one,
Okay.
like 0 is like abysmal dog shit. I would never watch again. 1 is
Zero,
terrible, but
zero,
has
zero.
like 1 or 2 good moments. 2 out of 10 is like it's really bad, but there's like 1 cool moment. 3 out of 10 is bad. 4 out of 10 is actually no. 3 out of 10 is really bad. 4 out of 10 is bad, but with good-ish moments. 5 out of 10 is just straight mid. 6 is average. 7 is good. 8 is great. 9 is amazing, and 10 is like one of the best for me.
10 out of 10 is a must-have. 10 out of 10 is Super Mario Bros. 3 on Nintendo.
10 out of 10 is basically equivalent to -1 for me. So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
10 out of 10. Yeah, 10 out of 10 is Diddy Kong status. Let's go.
yeah. Diddy Kong doesn't even deserve a 10. He deserves like fucking infinity. All 3 of my boys, Yoshi, Waluigi, Diddy Kong, all of them. They're all the GOAT. But yeah, I enjoyed the show. If there's a season 2, I'll probably watch it. But I literally only watched this and the Muppets just so I could have a fucking topic tonight. So.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
The shit I do for this podcast.
Yeah. So yeah. Hey, man. Yeah, you're dragging us into this mess. So we might as well suffer for you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is optional.
I'm playing. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways. So that's gonna be it for tonight. I know it's a shorter episode than usual, but I don't have much topics to talk about. And next week, we're going to have a lot, because let's be real, the Super Bowl is going to have a lot of shit. There's already a Mario trailer that's out. I'm going to save it for next week. There's going to be a lot more. Like I heard there's going to be a Mandalorian and Grogu trailer coming out. We might discuss football. I don't know. Depending if the Seahawks win. If the Patriots win, we're not going to speak about it ever.
Dang,
but
dang, Mr. Bias. I mean, geez. So what did what did Barbara Kraft
I hate the Patriots.
I'm playing. I'm playing. Yeah. I mean, yeah. So we can jump into sports topics as well with the podcast.
We can if you want to.
Belichick is still relevant.
I mean, if we have time, and also like there might be a Nintendo Direct next week. This is just, like, nothing's been confirmed. It's only been rumors and stuff, but considering there was a partner showcase on Thursday, I think a regular Direct is not going to be far behind, and there's going to probably be some stuff involving that. If there is, we'll discuss it, and we might have to skip the sports talk, but if there's not, then we'll do the sports talk. But either way, there's definitely going to be some Super Bowl trailers that will be talked about, maybe a little bit of Super Bowl shenanigans, depending on how crazy the fucking game is, and a possible Nintendo Direct. Maybe. I don't know. But I know this is one of the lower ones. It's not going to get as much views as, let's say, the Pixar one or the last one. But it was still fun. I enjoyed it. It was just kind of like a quick hour of discussing about shit. So, yeah. So next week is where the fun begins. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this.
What numbers next week?
We're not going to talk about that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for Repo. If you guys want to join for that, you absolutely can. There are spots open for it. And I want to thank you guys for the crazy support that I've had these past couple weeks. I had 2 Diet raids in 2 weeks, and I had continuous amount of support with a lot of like friends and people that are supporting the channel. I am 3 away from 420 subs, so if you guys want to, if you guys like what you see and you want to talk to me more and see more content that I do, go ahead and subscribe. I definitely plan on doing more stuff once I reach. Also, for those listening right now, whether it's live or as a VOD, when I get to 500 subscribers, I'm doing a members only. I'm going to be doing a members only series, so get me up to there, and I can do it as soon as possible. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Repo, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode of the podcast. See you
Bye,
guys
guys.
later. Have a good one.
All right. See you guys later. All right. We love y'all.
Hell yeah.